Okay, so we'll be discussing cyclones today. Okay, so in cyclones, we'll be discussing two kinds of cyclones, which are tropical cyclones and temperate cyclones. Okay, and before that, we'll be discussing what are cyclones. Okay, so what are cyclones? They are low pressure,
Excuse me, sir.
yes, systems.
So this
Yes,
session
ask.
is so this session is for all the session that
Yes, it
section.
is for all the sections. Yes, all the 5 sections are here.
Oh no.
Okay. So see, we are discussing cyclones today. What are cyclones? They are low pressure system. That is, some low pressure develops. Some low pressure develops, and what happens? There will be difference in pressure from the surrounding. So air will try to rush in. Air will try to rush in. So there is a low pressure system. Cyclones are nothing but low pressure systems. These are, and air from the side surrounding try to rush towards this low pressure because pressure gradient develops. Okay, so now we can discuss in detail how it happens. So see here, we are discussing first the tropical cyclone. That is, it is mainly confined with the tropics. Within the tropics, it is confined. So it is mainly between 6 degrees north to 20 degrees north and 6 degrees south to 20 degrees south. Understood? So within the tropics, tropical cyclones take place. Okay. Around the equator, 5 degrees on both the sides, mainly no cyclones usually take place because this is the intertropical zone, intertropical convergence zones where the air converges. Southeast trade winds and southwest, uh, northeast trade winds and southeast trade winds converge at the ITCZ. Here, this is the zone of convergence. Here, mainly no cyclones take place. And here, because there is no very less Coriolis force, that's one of the reasons that's why tropical cyclones doesn't take place within 5 degrees on both the sides of the equator. Okay. So see here, mainly these tropical cyclones, they are formed between July to October. So during these months, usually tropical cyclones are formed. And see how they are formed. For example, we take one example. On this side, we have the Africa, Europe, and here we have the America, North America, and here, okay, Caribbean Sea and all, then South America, okay. Now see here, this is our Atlantic Ocean. This is our Atlantic Ocean. So what happens? During July and October, water will be warm because just summer has just passed.
Very good.
During summer, water starts to warm. Water starts to heating because of solar radiations. Okay, so during summer, water get heated. Now see here, the water temperature will be maximum around September because during summer it has been heated up. Now after September, this water starts to cool down. So it will be losing the temperature after September. It will be losing the heat after September. So during this month, this water is warm. So air above it will be warm as well. It will be warm as well. So low pressure develops here. Low pressure develops here. Along with there are certain disturbances surrounding this area. And because of that, as low pressure develops, wind starts to rush in. So wind starts to rush in towards the low pressure. So this is our low pressure developed in the Atlantic Ocean, and winds starts to rush from all sides towards this low pressure. As winds is rushing, so because of Coriolis effect, this wind will be deflected towards right. It will be getting deflected towards right, and it will be formed like this. Okay, so winds are rushing towards the low pressure because of Coriolis effect. They are deflected towards right, and this how the winds move. This how the wind circles from all sides. It circles. Now you can see which direction it will be moved, rotating. It will be anti-clockwise. In the northern hemisphere, it will be anti-clockwise because winds are getting deflected towards their right. So it is anti-clockwise. This is how a cyclone is formed. Here inside we have the low pressure. This is the eye of the cyclone. Okay, this is understood. So it is anti-clockwise in northern hemisphere. Low pressure inside and from surrounding winds starts to rush in. Okay. Now,
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, it's always anti-clockwise only in the northern hemisphere.
yes,
Sir, in the southern hemisphere, it's clockwise.
it will be clockwise. That we'll be discussing. Okay. And see here. So in northern hemisphere, it will be anti-clockwise because winds are deflected towards their right. So as they are rushing towards the center, towards the eye of the low pressure, as they are rushing, they get deflected towards right, and this is how the cyclone is formed. Okay. But in southern hemisphere, what happens? Southern hemisphere, they are deflected towards their left. So they get deflected towards left. So this is how the cyclone will be formed. So it will be clockwise in the southern hemisphere. So cyclones in the southern hemisphere will be clockwise, whereas cyclones in the northern hemisphere will be anti-clockwise. Now see what happens. For example, so here low pressure developed, wind is rushing. So now I am cutting the vertically here. So here low pressure we have, winds are coming, and at low pressure what will happen? They will rise, the winds will rise. Okay. And this wind will blow outwards then. Okay. So warm winds, they are rushing towards the center, they rises, and then they flows outwards. And so see here, these winds as they rises, they expand, pressure reduces, temperature reduces, and now rainfall will take place. And rainfall take place here. Clouds are formed, cumulonimbus, and rainfall take place. But see here.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Is my voice clear?
Sometimes
Yes, sir.
Sorry,
It's clear.
Okay,
yes,
just
sir,
a second.
Sir,
sometimes
clear.
Okay, so I will connect it
Not
again.
clear, so.
I will connect it again. Okay, the voice. Just give me 1 minute.
Sir, your voice is not coming.
Is it fine this time?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now it is fine.
Okay.
There was.
Whenever it happens, do let me know. There may be some issue with Bluetooth connectivity. Okay, so see here. Low pressure is here. Wind starts to rush in, and here the winds rises. As the winds rises, pressure reduces, cooling takes place, and the saturation takes place, and the rainfall takes place. So here the rainfall takes place. But see here there will be no rainfall because this is a region of convergence of the winds. So here no rainfall on the sides, on the surrounding the eye, the rainfall will take place. This is clear. This is how. So cyclone is accompanied with torrential rainfall, huge amount of rainfall, thundering, and these winds have the speed of around 80 to 240 kilometers per hour. It may rise up to 600 kilometers per hour as well, more of 800 kilometers per hour as well. So they are huge stormy winds. So whenever they sweep and they come on the land, they destroy the crops and the properties. Okay. Now see here their movement. How they move. How these tropical cyclones move. So here we have the oceans, here land. So here mostly considered as North America, and here Caribbean Sea. Here we have the Africa, Europe. Okay, in Atlantic Ocean, a cyclone is formed now between the
sir.
tropics. Yes.
Sir, this doubt is related about physics. Can I ask the doubt?
Okay, ask me afterwards, after the completion of this chapter, then ask. Okay.
Sir.
Okay, so see here, which winds are there? Northeast winds, northeast trade winds are there. So because of northeast trade winds, they are flowing in this direction. This cyclone get deflected towards the right of the northeast winds. So winds are coming in this direction, cyclone will get deflected towards north. So it will start to move in this direction. The cyclone starts to move in this direction. So cyclone is moving from east to west. So it is being moving from east to west. And so this is the movement of cyclone. Air is rushing inside. Okay, that one. Anticyclone. It is moving this direction as well. It is moving this. Okay. These cyclones, these tropical cyclones, they have different names. Okay. For example, typhoons. They are called, these cyclones, tropical cyclones are called as typhoons in South China Sea. They are called as hurricanes in the Caribbean Sea. Where the West Indian Islands are there, in the Caribbean Sea, they are called as hurricanes. Mainly, they are the most devastating ones. These hurricanes are most devastating ones. Okay. And next, hurricanes are there. In India, we mostly call them as tropical cyclones. These usually generate in, they are formed in the Bay of Bengal. During September, October, they usually born there. Okay. Hurricanes, tornadoes they are called in, like Guiana Lands is there in West Africa. Here they are called as tornado. Even in USA, they are called as tornadoes or whirlwinds. In Southwest, I think. In Australia, they are called as willy willies. Okay. So these are nothing but different names of tropical cyclones. Okay. Hurricanes, typhoons, tornadoes, willy willies, whirlwinds. They are nothing but different names of tropical cyclones, depending on their locations where they usually form. This is clear? Tropical cyclones are clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, in Australia, what they are known is?
willy willy.
Okay, sir.
Willy willies in Australia. They mainly occur in, so Australia, they mainly occur in northwest. On this part, northwest, they are usually occur. Willy willies. Northwest of Australia. Now we discuss the temperate cyclones. So tropical cyclones, they are confined within the tropics, usually between 6 degrees to 20 degrees on both sides of the equator. Temperate cyclones, they mainly occur in the temperate zone. That is 25 degrees, around 25 degrees to 60 degrees. Or you can say 65 degrees, okay? So their origin is a little bit different from the origin of the tropical.
Sir, your
cyclones.
voice
Here,
is not coming. So your voice is not coming.
Sir, your voice is not coming.
it's not coming. Okay, let me check.
It is coming.
Sir,
it is coming.
It's not,
Just log in again. Okay, and let me reconnect as well. I'm connecting once again.
Yes, sir, so now it is audible.
Happy New Year. Okay, is it fine now?
Abhi,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Ankit gayo?
Yes, sir.
Ankit gayo?
Okay. Okay, let me mute all.
Ankit gayo yaar.
Okay. Okay, so now we discuss the temperate cyclones. So temperate cyclones, their origin is a little bit different from the tropical cyclones. Tropical cyclones, we have discussed, low pressure develops during the July to October, mainly during September it occurs. Okay. Chirag, you can switch off your camera. Okay. So now we discuss the temperate cyclones. So mainly their origin is frontal. Their origin is mainly the frontal, because of the frontal, where the two different air masses meet. That is, very cold winds and the warm winds meet. That is called as front. Two different kinds of air masses meet. That is called as front. So temperate cyclones, their origin is mainly frontal. Okay. So how it happens? See here. We have the subtemperate low pressure, subpolar low pressure belt. So from this side, we have the easterlies. Easterlies, we are having the easterly winds. And here we have the westerlies winds. So easterlies, they are the polar winds. They are coming from the poles. So these are very cold winds, cold and dry winds. Okay. And these winds, they are coming from the tropics. These will be warm and moist winds. These are the westerly winds. Now see here. Okay, I take two colors. Okay. Okay. For the cold winds, I'm using blue. Okay. So these are the cold winds, and these are the westerlies, warm and moist winds. Now see here. As these air masses flow here, these masses, there is a frontal formed, cold and dry winds, port and warm and moist winds. So if front is formed, they are flowing like this. Okay. Now see here what happens. Afterwards, they, because of Coriolis force, they slight bit deflect. These winds deflect. This is how winds, a kind of wave is formed. A kind of wave is formed. Okay. So you can take it like this. Two waves are coming. This is the cold wind. This is the warm and moist wind. They come. Now they divert. Okay. And this is how the circulation is formed. Cold and dry, moist and warm and moist wind. So see, a cold winds, over these cold winds, they will be more dense, they will be light. So these warm winds, they rush over the cold winds. They rush over the cold wind. After some time, okay, this is how they rotate. Their speed will be different. Their movement speed will be different. And this is how a cyclone is formed. This is our temperate cyclone. And see here. Here, as the warm and moist wind meet the cold wind and they rise up, they get cooled and rainfall, thunderstorm, and even the blizzards may take place. Okay, snowfall, thunderstorm, this will take place. And they move from west to east. They move from west to east because westerly pushes them. They move from west to east. So temperate cyclones are clear, and they usually occur mainly in winter. And their origin is frontal. Okay, temperate cyclones are explained again once a year. This is our cold and dry winds. These are our warm and moist winds. These are very dense winds. These are less dense. So from easterlies they are coming. They are coming from westerlies. Now these cold winds, they are moving. The frontal is formed. Now they get diverted. A wavy-like structure is formed because of Coriolis force. And see here, cold winds, port winds, warm winds. They rises, warm winds, cold wind, they rises. And so on the upper atmosphere, what happens? On the base, near the surface, cold winds will be there. Warm winds will be flowing over the cold winds. And they get cooled and rainfall happens. Rainfall or snow will happen. So a thunder is formed. Okay. These are temperate cyclones. Temperate cyclones clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we discuss anticyclones. Just opposite of cyclones. Cyclones mainly low pressure and winds rushes towards this low pressure. Anticyclone is just opposite for that. For example, in winter mainly on land, the land get cooled. Some part of the land get cooled. Okay, any part of the land get cooled. What will happen here? About the air? Air get condensed. Land get cooled. Less temperature. Air get condensed. It get condensed. Air get compressed. Pressure increases. So high pressure will develop. Now this air starts to rush towards the surrounding. Or mainly these anticyclones are generated because of descending airs as well. So we have seen in the subtropics, the air starts to descend. Air starts to descend. As air starts to descend, this is cold and dry winds. Cold and dry. It starts to descend. What will happen? It gets compressed as it comes towards the surface. Here, more air get accumulated. Air get accumulated, high pressure develops, and winds starts to flow outward. Winds starts to flow outward. Okay. So anticyclones, wind starts to flow outward. So they will be deflected towards their right. They get deflected towards their right, and this is how. One minute. This is our high pressure. So it is moving clockwise. In northern hemisphere, it will be clockwise. Whereas in southern hemisphere, it will be anti-clockwise. It will be anti-clockwise, just opposite of the cyclones. They are just opposite of the cyclones. So see here, cyclones, mainly they are accompanied with thunder, lightning, rainfall, snowfall. The station they usually do. Anticyclones, descending air is there. So very calm climate, no rainfall, sky is clear. So anticyclones, no rainfall, descending air is there. Okay. These are the differences between cyclones and anticyclones. Okay. Any doubt you have?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, why tornadoes are more destructive than cyclones?
See, tornadoes are nothing but one kind of cyclones only. Okay. At different localities, they are being called by different names. So tornadoes mainly they happen in the Guiana lands and the USA. See here. So because of their location, how much stronger the low pressure belt is. Low pressure developed is there. Okay. More the difference in pressure, more the difference in pressure, they will be more destructive. Okay. More warmer the water, very low pressure will develop. And if there is a difference in pressure, that is from the surrounding, if there is a difference in pressure is more wind will rush. So more the pressure gradient, more wind will rush. And since here, mainly they are destructive when they reach the land, if they are diverted towards the land. Usually these move towards the Caribbean Sea. But if they divert, for example, if they get diverted towards the Florida, they cause huge destruction. Okay. I think hurricanes are more destructive as compared to tornadoes as well. They in the Caribbean Sea, they move towards the Caribbean Sea, West Indies and all.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So in anticyclones, we have very stable and pleasant climate because air is descending. Whereas in cyclones, air rushes towards the center, rises cool and warm, thunder and stormy winds flow. It is very stormy. Now we can discuss the question answers. You can see here on page number 122 in the figure 13.17, cyclones and anticyclones. Okay. Okay, first question, what do you mean by atmospheric pressure?
The force exerted per unit area on the Earth's surface due to column of the air.
That is correct. So what do you mean by atmospheric pressure? We can say it's the force exerted on the surface by the air above it, as gravity pulls it and okay. It is a force exerted on the surface by the air above it, as gravity pulls it on Earth. Okay, you can write that in your own terms as well. In physics as well, it is being provided. Atmospheric pressure here as well. Okay, name the instruments used to measure the atmospheric pressure.
Mercury barometer.
Mercury barometer. Barometer we have discussed in physics as well. Okay, how is the atmospheric pressure caused? How the atmospheric pressure is caused?
Due to the various gases present in the above atmospheric columns.
Due to the different gases present. So air pressure is caused by the weight of the air molecules present. So every time air molecule has some weight, and there are huge number of air molecules that makes up different layers of the atmosphere, and that exerts the pressure, that exerts force on the earth, and that's how pressure is being caused. Okay, you can write in your own words. Okay, name the factors which affect the atmospheric pressure of a place. Which are the
Altitude, temperature, and Earth rotation.
Altitude, temperature, and Earth's
altitude,
rotation.
temperature, earth rotation, moisture as well. Humidity, moisture as well. See here, I tell you one thing about moisture. We have the humid air. That is, moisture is there, water content is there. Other is dry air, which will exert more pressure. Humid air or dry air?
Humid air.
Okay,
So humid
it
air.
is just opposite. Dry air exerts more pressure as compared to humid air. So air which is having moisture, it exerts less pressure. It will contains moisture. It will exert less pressure as compared to dry air. Dry air exerts more pressure. Okay. The reason, try to find it out. Water content is there. In next lecture we will see that one. Reason you try to find out. Why? Dry air is more dense. This is more dense as compared to humid air. Why dry air is more?
Because dry air expands.
Dry air expands. So it's just opposite you are saying. It is more dense as compared to humid air. So it will exert more pressure as compared to humid air.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So try to find. Okay. So you can write these 3 to 4 points. It is given on page number 125 as well. 125, mind map. Altitude, pressure of water vapor, temperature, rotation. There so it is written. Moist air exerts less pressure than dry air. Okay, reason we'll see afterwards. Okay, next one, name the world's pressure belts. That you can write yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
Okay, what is Farrell's law?
Any object in the northern hemisphere deflects in the right.
Was the right? So
In
that is
southern
being
hemisphere
provided.
deflects
Yes.
in the left.
So it is given on page number 111. You can write from there, or if you write in your own words, that will be much better. Okay, what are doldrums?
Equator.
So the atmospheric pressure belts around the equator.
The equatorial low pressure belt.
To a low pressure belts. So
degree
see here,
south.
mainly doldrums means the stage of stagnation or no movement. Okay, that is depressed moment. Okay, that is doldrums, meaning by the word. Okay, it is mainly intertropical convergence zones where the northeast trade winds and the southeast trade winds meet and they converge. They rises. That portion is called doldrum. I tell you one more name. We will discuss ITCZ, intertropical convergence. It is also called as ITCH, itch. Sailors used to call as itch. The reason is because these are the doldrums. Here, no movement of air, so stagnation. So sailors, if they enter this zone, the winds doesn't blow their sails and they are stuck in this region. That's why they are called as doldrums. And they call this region as itch instead of ITCZ. So you can write it is a belt around the equator of 5 degrees on both sides. Okay, around the ITCZ. Okay. So why are they called so?
Because of their no wind.
See here.
Sir, due to
Here
their
what,
nature.
due to their nature, what kind of nature that you have to tell. So see here the winds are converging. So here the winds are rising. So what is the movement of air in the ITCZ? It is vertical movement. It is vertical movement, no surface winds. So it is mainly vertical movement, very little surface wind. So the sailors, they get becalm here because their sails won't move. The ship is stuck there because they need winds to move the sails, to move the ship forward. So as the winds are mainly the vertically moving, yeah, vertically rising winds. So there will be very little surface winds. So sailors used to get become here. They're selling ships used to stuck there for weeks. That's why they call it as doldrums. Okay. What are trade winds? How are they caused?
Winds blowing
Surface
Sir,
between
this
high
surface
pressure
winds.
wind which moves from subtropical high pressure belts of Atlantic Ocean towards the doldrums.
Okay, we can simply say from the high pressure belt, subtropical high pressure belt was the equatorial low pressure belt.
Doldrum.
So these are very strong winds, okay, caused by strong warming and evaporation within the atmosphere that you can write more if you want to write. Okay. How are they caused? That's important. Winds you can define, that is written on page number 114. On page number 114, trade winds are written. Surface winds which move from coast latitudes to the doldrums or the subtropical high pressure belt. How they are caused? How are they caused?
Don't
So
know.
the main reason is the sun. And what does the sun do on Earth? Just go to the sun and ask what it does. So how it is being caused?
Evaporation.
Evaporation.
Then we will
So
not
see
be
here.
alive.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, see here what happens. Mainly in the equatorial zone, most of the heat is being concentrated in the equatorial zone. So strong evaporation take place there. Strong warming of the water take place, strong evaporation take place, and the within the atmosphere as well, strong warming and evaporation around the equator. So warm air, what happens? It rises carrying a lot of moisture. Okay, now the difference of pressure is being generated, high pressure, low pressure. Along with the Coriolis force, these winds moved in northeast direction and southeast direction in the southern hemisphere. This is how these winds are generated. So pressure gradient develops and winds move from high pressure towards the low pressure. These are called trade winds. Okay, you can write that. What are westerlies?
Anti-trade winds.
What are anti-trade winds? Again, you can write from the subtropicals towards the subpolar low pressure belt, the subtemperate low pressure belt. Those winds, it is given in terms to remember as well. Okay, as well inside on page number 114 as well it is given. What are roaring 40s and furious 50s?
Sir, the winds that flow on the 40-degree,
Which
40
wind?
degree southeast are roaring
Which wind?
40s.
They are the westerly winds.
Westerlies.
Westerlies are
And
called
the
as
50
roaring 40. Yes, here. See here,
and the
between
50s.
40 degrees to 50 degrees. The westerlies are called as roaring 40s. Between 50 to 60, they are called as furious 50s. And beyond 60, they are called as shaking 60s. Okay. So see here. Here these are called as roaring 50s because they are very strong winds, very fastly flowing. So they generate a kind of a noise. Generate a kind of noise. That's why they are called roaring 40s, furious 50s, shrinking 50s. Very high pitched sound is being created here. So they are called as shaking 60s. Okay, these are in southern hemisphere. Okay, so they are the westerly winds which are found in southern hemisphere, generally between the latitudes of 40 degrees and 50 degrees, and furious 50s between 50s and 60 degrees in southern hemisphere. Okay, they are creating very noisy atmosphere, and these winds were not favorable for the sailors because they were very strong winds. So usually sailors haven't used these winds for sailing. But one sailor, I forgot the name. Okay, you have used these winds to travel towards the Indonesia and also. So these winds can be used for sailing, but these are very strong winds. So the safety of the vessel is being concerned here. Okay. Why are they called so? Because they create a very noisy atmosphere, and they were not favorable for the sailors. Very noisy atmosphere they create. They are very fast flowing noise. So winds, they create a lot of noise. Okay. Name the planetary winds that you can write in yourself. Planetary winds, the permanent winds. What does
So the
pressure gradient?
permanent winds.
Yes, that's all. 3 trade, anti, and westerlies. What does pressure gradient mean? That is given on page number 10. That you can write from there. What are causes and consequences of shifting of pressure belts? What are causes and Consequences of shifting of pressure belts.
Sir,
What are the
revolution. Earth's revolution.
revolution of the earth is there, and axis. The axis doesn't change. The axis remains same. That is, it is tilted at 23.5 degree with the vertical. Or we can write, see here, in more easy terms, we can write the relative position of the sun. So the relative position of the sun varies between the tropics. Okay, what are causes and consequences of shifting? So relative position of the earth with the sun. Relative position of the earth with the sun, it changes. So relative position of the earth around the sun changes during the year when the earth revolves around it. And that's how the pressure belts as well shift. Because sun position, it gets shift, relative position gets shifting. It is at the tropics. In June, it is vertically on the tropics. Then in December, it is on the tropical Capricorn. So as the sun relative position, as the earth relative position with respect to the sun varies, as earth revolves around the sun, the belts as well shifts. Okay, what are the consequences? That is given on page number 116. Mainly in the Mediterranean area, shift to the westerlies, and once the area is under the trade winds, and the other time it is under the influence of westerlies. So there is a change in weather there, climate changes there. You can write from there, page number 116, on top paragraph. You can write from that. Okay. So any doubt till now up to 13th question?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
What is
sir.
Coriolis force? What is Coriolis force?
Sir, it is the force that the winds are experiencing in the north towards the right and in the south towards the left.
It is a apparent force. It is being generated because of earth rotation. It's an apparent force, not a real force. It's the apparent force that as a result of earth rotation deflects moving objects towards right in northern hemisphere and deflects moving objects towards left in southern hemisphere. You can write that. What is its result? That result we have already explained. The deflection. Okay. What are local winds? This is given on page number 117. Local winds. So local winds, they blow over a limited area. They are confined to a locality. Local winds means local. That is, they are confined to a local area. Some locality they are confined. So they are limited to some area. Some limited area they blow. So, and how they blow? How? Second question is, give examples. Okay, more you want to write, you can write over local winds. Blow between the small and low pressure. And they are influenced by local geography, temperature, nearness to ocean, mountain range, etc. They all are the causes of the local winds. You can write, or affects the local winds. Give examples, you can write the local winds. We have discussed many. What are land and sea breeze?
During the day, the air blows from land to the sea.
Okay, during the day, which kind of land? There will be. Okay, here it is taken. Land breeze is a diurnal. Diurnal means day and night, during day. So one period of the time during the day, the land breeze happens. Okay, so it is written, is a diurnal wind blowing from land to sea. It is caused by differential cooling of the land and sea. Okay, during the night it happens. And sea breeze, you can write wind warm and moist winds blowing from the sea towards the land. Okay, those are land and sea breeze. Okay, explain a sea breeze with the help of a diagram. Yes. Any doubt? 17th question. Explain sea breeze with the help of a diagram. That you can write yourself. What are monsoon winds? How are they caused? Monsoon winds, page number 118.
So monsoon winds are the seasonal winds.
These are the seasonal winds. Okay, now explain what are seasonal winds. On page number 118, it is given in detail. Little bit you have to write more.
The winds that blows is season from one season.
Okay, 123. They blow. They are seasonal winds. So, how are they caused?
So
they
due to
blow
differential
during one
heating of land and sea.
That's it's a nothing but a sea breeze on a large scale. That is for one season it blows. So see what happens during summer, land get heated, and oceans we have they are cooler at present. So there is a difference in pressure. Low pressure develops here, high pressure develops here. Okay. Now these winds during summer what happens? Mainly land remains hotter as compared to sea. For the whole season, it remains like this. So for the whole season, for one season, the winds keeps on blowing. Okay, so it's nothing but a sea breeze on a large scale. Sea breeze and land breeze, they are mainly for a day. During day and night, they changes. They are periodic winds, but these are being extended on a large scale. They are extended for a whole season. I can show you one thing here. Okay. Okay, see here. Okay, you can see this happens during summer. Low pressure develops here in the China, in Tibet and the, okay. In Tibet, low pressure develops in Himalayas, and here high pressure we have on the Australia. So winds, southeast winds, they are blowing from high pressure towards low pressure. And these winds, as they cross the equator. Okay, can you see it now? Okay, I'll send you on WhatsApp.
Yes, sir.
Okay, these winds are equator. After crossing the equator, they becomes southwest. Southeast trade winds, they become southwest. And these are monsoons. These are southwest winds. During summer, these monsoons are nothing but southwest winds. Okay. And during winter, just reverse. Low pressure develops here in the Australia, and here high pressure in the Himalayas. So now winds will blow. These are northeast. These are northeast winds. And afterwards, they get deflected. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
In winter, during winter, these are northeast winds. And after crossing the equator, they become northwest. Okay. In your book, these two different figures 13.1 to 13.1, they are confusing. Okay. Figure 13.1 to 13.13, they are a bit confusing. Okay, so we have discussed monsoon. What are monsoon winds? How are they caused?
So now
you
can I ask you about?
Yes, you can ask. Page number 118. It is there. Okay. Your physics doubt, don't worry. I'll ask. Okay. After discussion of these questions, we'll discuss that. Okay. We can spend about 10 minutes here. Okay. Don't worry about that. Let us discuss all the questions once. Okay. Now, how monsoon winds are due to differential heating. That is, low pressure is developed in the Himalayas and high pressure in the Australia, and winds that you can write in on words. Okay. Now, 19th question. In what way does the land and sea breeze affect the temperature of a place? How they affect?
Land breeze, from land breeze, warm air goes to the sea and during the day, and from sea and in the sea breeze, the cold winds from the sea come to the land, affecting the temperature as cooling and warming.
Yes, you can write that one. Okay, so see here. The land which are near the sea or the water body, usually there the temperature variation will be very less. Okay, the temperature variation on that land will be very less. Yearly variation in temperature will be less. That is, the climate near the sea or the water will be kind of a maritime or equable climate. That is not much change in temperature. But any land that is far away from the sea, that is inland, okay, there the variation will be temperature variation will be more. Okay. So the locations, the areas which are near the ocean. So there the temperature will be very small variation throughout the year. And more what you can write. Moisture will be there. Humid air. Okay. What is a cyclone? How it is caused?
Sir, these are the strong winds which blows at any place in time.
Yes, those you can write. Very strong winds. A low pressure system. How it is caused?
Due to the due to when the low pressure creates on the sea, the high pressure zones reach to the low pressure and maintains the temperature.
The winds from the surrounding blow towards the low pressure that is being formed over the low pressure, the ocean, or that we have discussed also. You can write from there. Describe the weather condition associated with cyclones. What kind of weather conditions are associated?
Causes thunder, rain.
Thunder, very stormy they are. Rain, thunder. That you can write. It is given on page number 122 as well. It is associated with cloudy sky, very rainfall accompanied with strong winds. Page number 122. The differences are there. There you can write from there. Okay. What are anticyclones? How are they caused?
They are the high pressure systems which are opposite to the cyclones.
Okay, how are they caused? So we have discussed mainly they are caused because of descending air. So mainly they are created by the descending warm air devoid of moisture that doesn't contain. So the air as it descends, it gets warm. These are warm and dry winds. Okay. Okay. What are tropical and temperate cyclones? That you can write. What are variable winds? Variable winds are mainly variable. It is concerned with the speed of the winds. That is, speed is getting varied. So variable winds are those winds, they blow in small area. And these winds, their speed keeps on varying.
Sir, but these variable winds are similar to local winds.
See here, these are local winds only. See here, their speed keeps on varying and their direction keeps on changing. So their speed as well their direction keeps on varying. Okay. These are variable winds here. As the pressure system changes, like shift of the pressures, like low pressure we have, high pressure we have. As they keeps on shifting, the wind's direction as well keeps on shifting. And how strong, how much difference is the pressure between high pressure and low pressure? The speed as well keeps on changing. So the speed as well as the direction of these winds keeps on changing. So they vary according to the pressure system. They vary according to the changes in the pressure. Okay,
Sir, time.
Okay, no issue. We have more time. Name 2 special types of tropical cyclones. For each of the name specific region you can experience. That you can write.
Typhoon is sea and hurricanes.
Hurricanes in the Caribbean Sea. Okay, tornadoes in the US or the Guiana Lands, or the typhoons in the South China Sea. Okay. Name an area where typhoons are experienced. South China Sea, you can write. What are isobars? Isobars are nothing but the places which have equal pressure, they are connected by line. So you can write from page number 111 as well. These are the imaginary lines joining the places having the same pressure. Okay. Page number 111, 111 it is there. Name the factors affecting it is same as question number 4. How are weather maps important for us? How are weather maps important for us? Because weather maps show us the facts about a specific place. What kind of weather will be there at a specific place at a specific given time. So what is the kind of weather fact? It tells us the weather facts about a specific place at a given time. So what it can tell? It can tell us the temperature. What is the temperature there at a given time? What could be the temperature at a given time? What could be the cloud coverage? What kind of rainfall happens, or snow, or air pressure, humidity? Those are details are given by weather maps. So we can predict the weather as well. Using these details, using the weather map, we can predict what kind of weather would be after some days or after some time. Okay. That's how it is used. Okay. List the main causes for development of local winds. Okay, that you can write from page number 117. Okay, near the oceans, land and water configuration, and topography. That those all you can write. Okay, that is given on page number 117. Unequal heating, calling, local winds originate, conventional winds, steep gradient. Those all you can write from there. Okay. What are jet streams? Jet streams? They are
They are the fast flowing narrow air
They are the very narrow, strong winds. Okay, blowing in the upper atmosphere, that is near the tropopause. Okay, so they are very strong. In the upper levels of the atmosphere, they blow. Okay, they blow from west to east, their direction. Okay, now. What is wind? How does it originate? It is given term
and are the air.
the horizontal
air.
movement of the air, that is called as wind. Vertical movement is current. Okay, and due to difference in pressure, it generates. So it's written in there. Okay, Coriolis effect, and there's you can write. Okay. Name the important pressure belts that you can write. What is meant by permanent winds? How do they derive their name? You can. What is meant by permanent winds? These winds means permanent. They usually flow throughout the year. And how do they derive their name? That's why they derive the name. You can write from there. What are trade winds called in the northern hemisphere? In the northern hemisphere, what are trade winds called as? Northeast trade winds. In southern hemisphere, these are called as southeast trade winds. In 36th question, southern hemisphere, southeast trade winds. What are periodic winds? How are they caused? That you can write from 115. They blow for a period. 100 on page number 116. Okay. See here in that below the figure is given periodic winds. Periodic winds are winds which blow in certain period of the day or a certain season only. And how these are developed, that you can write as a result in variation in local temperature, pressure, and humidity. Name any two local winds. You can name them. Name the two wind systems of monsoon. Two wind systems. Which were the two wind systems? One was the southwest, that is the summer monsoon. Other was the northeast.
Northeast.
That is the winter monsoon. Where are they experienced? Where are they experienced? In Indian subcontinent, they are experienced.
Tropical regions and Indian.
Really, they are. Yes, they are Indian subcontinent, Burma, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, parts of Vietnam, South China, northern Australia. Here, mainly the monsoon climates we have. Monsoon. Okay. So Indian subcontinent, Burma, that is Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, parts of Vietnam, and South China. Okay. Southeast Asia we have. Okay, what next? Define the following terms. That you can write yourself. Distinguish between the following: summer, winter, monsoon, cyclone, anticyclones, tropical, temperate, trade, anti-trade, westerlies, permanent, seasonal winds, mountain breeze and valley breeze. You can write katabatic winds and those anabatic winds. That is blowing from the mountain, blowing from the valley. Land and sea breeze you can write. Okay. Give reasons for the following. As you go higher upwards, the atmospheric pressure decreases.
Pressure column containing the gas molecule decreases in number.
Okay. Reason we have discussed earlier as well, this one. You can write that. Okay. The tropical belt of the calms is also known as horse latitudes. Why? The tropical belt of calm, that is subtropical high pressure belt. Why it is called as horse latitudes? See here, this region is what? Of descending air, air is descending. So vertical air is there, very little or no horizontal movement, no surface wind. So whenever any ship is stuck there, the sailors again used to get becalmed. Okay, descending air is there. They used to get disarmed. They again get stuck there. So how they can move? They used to throw away the horses. They can light the ship so that wind can move the sails. So they have to make the ship light. For that, what they used to do? They used to throw the cargoes in the sea. And at those times, the cargo was the horses.
Horses.
They used to throw the horses in the ocean. That's why these belts has to be known as horse latitudes. The winds are deflected to the right in the northern hemisphere. That you can write Coriolis force. Okay, little bit explain more. Okay, the roaring 40s and furious 50s are found in the southern hemisphere only.
Is that so strongly?
Because see here, we have seen most of the land is in the northern hemisphere, and southern hemisphere is mainly covered by the oceans. So there is no obstruction to the wind flow. There is no obstruction to reduce the speed of the winds. So these westerlies, they are very fast flowing because there is no obstruction. They flow without any obstruction. That's why these are found only in southern hemisphere. Whereas in northern hemisphere we have the land, and the westerlies, they are obstructed because of the land configuration for the mountains and other land features, and their speed get reduced. Okay, what is seasonal shift? There is seasonal shifting in pressure waves. That is because relative position of the Earth changes with respect to the sun throughout the year. As the Earth revolves around the sun, relative position of the Earth changes, and the pressure belts follows the sun. Okay, that's how it's shifting. Cyclones cause heavy damage to life and property. Why? Because these winds are very strong winds.
Very strong wind.
Okay, you can
Very
write some-
strong winds, very powerful.
Very powerful. Okay,
So very
high pressure
destructive.
prevails over land masses during winter. So during winter, what will happen on the land? During winter, see here, land, it get cooled faster as well, warms faster. Okay, get heated faster. So during winter, very less insolation, very less heat from the sun. So land remains cold, and air above it will be getting cold. So cool air, more dense, high pressure. So mainly high pressure prevails over land masses during winter. Okay, draw a diagram to show planetary wind system that you can draw. Formation of land and sea breeze that you can draw. Draw a level diagram of cyclones in both hemispheres. Cyclones, so it will be anti-clockwise in the northern hemisphere, and in southern hemisphere it will be clockwise. That you have to draw. Okay, draw to show major pressure belts of the world that you can draw. Okay.
So do we have to write all these question answers definition in notebook?
Yes.
So
You have to write.
everything.
Yes, everything. If you don't write, you won't be able to write in exam. You won't be able to frame the answers. So do write them. You can take the help of the book, other books, or the internet, or you can write in your own words. Okay. Frame the answers in your own words. Easy word. Yes.
Odd question answers. Can we do the odd question answers like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11?
No, you do write all the question answers. There's only answers here to write. No questions here to write. You can write all the answers to the following questions. Briefly, you can write those. Define the following, distinguish between the following, you do write. Give reasons are important. Diagrams, do draw.
Sir, in a question, only we have to write the answers, not the questions in notebook.
Don't write questions. No need of wasting time on questions.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
don't
sir.
write questions. Just write answers. Okay. In physics, in any, I think no subjects you don't have to write the questions. Just write the answers. Okay. Frame the answers in your own words. This will help you in examination. Framing is very important. So read it, get the information from the book or the internet, but frame the answer in your own words. Easy words, small sentences, do write. Okay. Yes, one student was having Tamanna, I think, was having doubt in physics.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what's your doubt?
Sir, chapter sound, related sound and light, it is. Can I ask?
Okay, you can ask, but I don't know. Okay, okay, ask.
Sir, sir, when clouds are thundering and lightning will
Okay, I
happening.
got it. Yes.
Sir,
Why? Yes.
sir, can I ask?
Yes.
Sir, when lightning and thundering happening, when um, bef- मतलब- sir, जब lightning और
We are able
thundering
to see the
होती है-
lightning first, then we hear the sound. Is this the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is because see here, lightning and thunder both are taking at the same time.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But to reach you, both are having different speed. The speed of light is how much? 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. What is the speed of
Yes.
sound? Around 330?
330 meter per
320
second.
or 330
Yes,
meter per
sir.
second. So which will reach first to you?
Light.
The light will reach
Light.
first and sound will follow the light. So first you will see the thunder,
Light.
you will see the lightning,
Light.
then you will hear the thunder. This is because of the
Okay.
difference in speed. Okay. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
go through it, do it.
Sir,
Okay.
is light the ultimate speed?
We haven't reached to speed. Yeah, this is the maximum speed here. No? Light.
So, sir, if we are, sir, if we are in a plane and from there, if we on a torch, then light speed will increase.
Very slight bit. See, it will depend which direction it will flow.
Sir, if we are in an aeroplane and that aeroplane is
If you are in
in
plane,
wing,
this is the torch, okay, and here is
Yes.
the observer. So light is speed will be added to the speed of the plane. Light speed plus aeroplane speed. If the observer is here, then it will be subtracted.
okay, sir.
Can we leave?
Yes, you can leave now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Sir, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I think next year we should meet in class.
Happy New Year, sir.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.